Back into the banger. Sorry for the technical issue. The technical glitch happened in the last game. We are back, hopefully, without any glitch anymore.
I am a daughter
Let's
of Northern
straight
Vale.
away goes into the
I've
second
been
game of
waiting
this
for too
BO3
long.
series. So it's between Team 9 Heavens versus Team Y4RI, in which you can see that 1 point on Team 9 Heavens. They did so well in the first game. Eventually, we saw a real fight from Team Y4RI, even though they were playing 4v5 for more than 7 minutes. But then they couldn't manage to
Welcome
take
to
the
my
game on for their
castle,
side. But
my
more now in the banning
friend.
section, you can see those bans coming out in the first phase of the ban. That is the Freya, Croc, Carry. Now the second ban for Nine Heaven. Last time I will feel like the carry was open and the Nine Heavens just took the priority onto that carry in the first pick. They did so well in the late game as well. I mean, the carry
Now
was
you lead the
literally
way to the next
scaling up
adventure.
a lot in the late phase, and
See value
she
in
was
me?
providing a lot of true damage.
You
In
should.
this, the Gushan as well as the Akai was getting favored. But at this point, the quadrant will be taken out, and the last ban, what it will be from the 9 Sora, carry. Are they going to ban the Kalea or maybe a ban onto the Freya? I mean, the Freya is banned though. So another gold laner like a Claude or maybe the Harith.
Lots of possibilities are there. Maybe they might like to narrow down the parcel, so but they are going to be the second
Mm.
pick. So life is full of surprises, and 9-11, the way they are playing that game one was really good, but they do need to keep an eye on how Team Yari were fighting them. As you already mentioned, more than 7 minutes of the game, Team Yari were playing 4v5, and then
I
also
am the
without
power of
Crowbar
light
with a big
incarnate.
disadvantage. But still, slowly they managed to level them up, and yeah, eventually it is hard to come back on that kind of situation. Let's see how this game number 2 is going to bring up. And picking the Gushan was a real risk coming from the side of Yari. I hope they learned their lesson. The Gushan was not bad, but it's really hard to get the
Counter.
full potential of the hero, isn't it? Like to use it in the best possible way. And oh wait, Jujin is open. A Jujin is open. Are we going to see a Jujin?
Maybe a Jushin can be picked up from Team Y4I, but you know what? Even though the Jushin is getting prioritized at MZU Virthli, we're seeing the opponent side doing
Butterflies
better
born
against the
by thy
Jushin.
wish,
And there you go.
guided
I mean,
by
nobody will
lantern's
be
light.
waiting for a Jushin to get traded back to the side of red when you have a chance to pick it up in the first pick. And now, what will be the plan from Nine Heavens at this point? I mean, they ban all these heroes. They forget the Jushin, but now they have a chance to go something which can counter this Jushin out. Like, you cannot take a utility though, but you can pick a Valir, Malsam. Like, a Valir somehow do counter the Jushin. So I believe like a Valir would be a good pick, and if not the Valir, then a Eve. It must be a Eve or a Valir or maybe the ZTN as well. So these three picks into the mid lane for a 1v1 matchup against the Jushin works better. Other than that, into the EXP, you can now also can pick that Yuzong for your side, but into the jungle, you cannot. You have to
I'm
deny the
bound by
Baxia.
nothing,
You
be
have
it
to
fam.
deny the
This
Akai, you
land
have
is
to
our
deny-
homeland, and it will soon be your burial ground.
I'm sorry, bye. It is what it is.
It is what it is. What is happening? I mean, is there any buff or what? I don't know.
There's a new skin. But yeah, we're going to witness another Gushan in the mid lane or maybe a jungle. This is quite a flexible hero. At the same time, let's see how they are going to play. And thinking on the bright side, okay, let's talk about the bright thing. Gushan can literally one-shot the Zeti Jujin. But if Jujin is the
Jujin.
kind of hero that can react really fast with the Crimson Beacon, can literally outplay the Gushan again. So that is the kind of thing that we are going to see in the mid lane. I'm really excited, and right now we are going to see Cho. And this is quite
Wipe out
rare
all the
after a
injustice in
very
the
long time.
world.
So Team 9 Heavens are going to go a little bit different if we are going to talk about the high tier, high level, high-low kind of style thing. They are going to go for full, how can we say, TikTok style. So this is going to be an interesting job coming from the
Valor
side of
and
Team
royalty in a
Nine
dead
Heavens, but
body.
still, Team Yari can celebrate yet because there's going to be a Lapu Lapu who is so ready to dish out this 1v5, 1v2 kind of composition team fights. But thinking on the bright side, Levitator, he doesn't get the chance to use the heavy spin perfectly in game number 1. In game number 2, he's not going to be lag anymore. He's not going to be late anymore. Let's see how he executes perfectly this game number 2.
Ban on to the Leo mode. Now banning coming out from the side of Team Y for RI. They need to ban the jungle as well. If they are thinking that Gushin is going for the jungle, then I don't think so. But if it is going, then they will lost a lot of bans into this second phase as well. I mean, the Ishinjin is open at this
Light me
point.
up and
You can
watch
also
the
pick out
world
that
burn!
okay, a ban to the Xborg. That's quite good. And if they're banning that Xborg, then it somehow feels like this Akai is coming forward for the jungle because you don't want the true damage. So obviously, that might be the reason here. But what else could be better against an Akai? Like you got the Chow
Rocks
there.
need
You got
no
a Lapu
protection
Lapu
from
into
the
the HP.
rain.
That's a good ban here. Baksha. Like you cannot pick it out for your side, so obviously you have to ban it somehow. So they ban the Baksha here. There will be the last ban from Team Y4RI. They are not watching out the goal lane though. The carry is banned, the Freya is banned, but at the same time the Claude is open at this moment. So if they're banning the Claude, there is a high chance that we might gonna see that Harith pick into the side of Nine Heavens. But what about Team Y4RI? If they are picking the Harith, what they will pick for the goal? Like at this moment, if the Claude gets banned, let's take a scenario. If the Claudes get banned, Harith picked up by Nine Heavens, then the Moscow and the Beatrix, and out of the
Crowned
blue,
by heaven's
Sirithel. These three
mandate,
picks will
my
left
legacy
forward
shall
for the
endure.
okay. They're thinking this Kushan as the jungle.
Possible, still. Yeah, if Gushan is going at the jungle side, then he can literally farm quickly and reach level 4, can execute the Jujin before she gets her Crimson Beacon. Smart choice, maybe, if we are going to think it a little bit deeper, and they are going to have Chow at the same time, which is going to be really helpful in clearing
Ready,
those jungle,
go!
or maybe even providing the necessary vision. But oh my gosh, Nine Heavens, I do not like their composition anymore. Like the way I don't like it. Like Layla, like this round of 16. Even if they are playing around this is so much risky. I'm not sure like what is on their head. Like we got a really good team. Okay, last night we got a good team. I would not say the team name. They were dominating their game, and if they get the chance to win it, then they just speed run teams, isn't it? Like they need to show their domination, they need to show their true potential, they need to show their full power. But right now, Nine Heavens, are you sure with this lineup? Like, is it a little bit too risky? Are you celebrating something, or is this some sort of strategy that they?
Come on, Dexter. It's our show
But
time.
with that being said,
Thorns
outside of
remain, should
Terry,
petals
we are going to
fall.
see Lancelot pulling up by Ethel.
Not only the Lancelot, but the Claude as well. And you know, the Claude is the greatest counter for the Layla, because Layla doesn't have that much mobility, and the Blazing Duet is actually good against the Laylas because that EO. Okay. I mean, all those picks were normal, but then the last pick, the wildcard entry of this Fanny was totally into the point. For now, the Zatian ban got wasted down here. Nine Heavens went for a very funny draft. They got the Layla into the gold. They got Gushan into the mid, but I can't even say fully funny because sometime also like this kind of draft do works. So maybe that's the strategy behind Nine Heavens, you can say, or maybe they want to stretch the things to the end. So let's see if we're gonna see a third game decider because the Leela needs a scaling. You need a late game to have that Leela into the matchup, and if somehow Nine Heavens can capitalize the goal lane, then we might gonna see. We might not gonna see a third game decider. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We'll soon go into the land of dawn for MZU Virthli 2026 phase. If you are new here, then subscribe our channel. If you are already, a subscriber, then share our stream to your friends. Let them know that something is cooking here at MEA, Mizo Esports Association's YouTube channel. And more info about MZU Ridley Fest, like what else they are preparing onto this fest, like what other games gonna be in the contest and other contest will be there. Then you have to follow our social handles to get all those information out there. Recall spamming started, and here we are into the land of dawn for the game number 2. Match point for Nine Heavens, do or die for Team Y4RI.
Best of luck for both the team, and of course, this is going to be the early phase of the game, more like taking turns when it comes to clearing the lane. And for the roamer, particularly providing the necessary vision, and like the way Akai is playing around, lowering the HP of the jungle creep, providing vision, and at the same time, wait, Levitator, what are you doing? He's going back. They're going to move in again, and Cho got the first blood. I mean, he got first blood. And yeah, I would be the most disappointed person to Nine Heaven if they go to game number 3. Like, they win game number 1 and they start trolling. Like, that is the kind of perspective we're going to see to Nine Heavens from now onward if they lost this game. Like this, the risk is going to be so high for them. But right now, Kalos doesn't give a thing about it when he goes straight into the jungle area, steal the buff, and secure a first kill from their side. And Nine Heavens, they know that we are going to be disappointed in them if they mess up. But if they keep on making those kind of play and Gushan forcing out the flicker, this is going to be an interesting match after all, Mr. Ash.
GG, man. I mean, it's more like, let me show you how the Gushin walks in the mid lane. Not like we are crawling out there. Once again, the cutthroat will just pierce out that Lancelot here. He doesn't have that blue buff, and now he's down for first time as well. Now look at that Gushin going in. Grabbed up the kill onto the dragon, comes back safely, and now the turtle will be a free, uncontested for the side of Team Nine Heavens. They're going for the Akai. Look at that cutthroat once again coming in. The tornado sword, and there you go. It will be another micro securance for Nine Heavens. This is domination at this point. I mean, having a Layla, having a Gushin into the mid and playing kind of this. Even throwing out the first blood, Bravest Fighter into the jungle. The Cho goes with the Shunpo. Turtle being secured at this point. Got a shield there. The Lantern Flare being used, but the I'm a Big Liar will not gonna survive this. Fanny's still cables attack. The Black Dragon emerges, following up, coming in there. Double Petrify combo, but before that, he will be getting a way of Dragon. There is a dagger coming in as well. Dragon might not gonna survive. He's trying his best though. My goodness, what an outplay it was. Finds a kill onto the Gushin, took out his redemption, and it will be the second kill for the side of Team Y4RI.
It's not an equalizer, but still better than nothing. Trading out something there. Levitator, go for a little bit of engagement. But for now, it's more of a damage trade, forcing each other things out, but no one is going to use their spells or maybe even their ultimate skills out of the poke skills. And yeah, we just witnessed how Team Nine Heavens are playing right now. The micro from their hero that they are playing is so good. Like, see how Kalos is playing. The Fanny. Okay, Fanny is all about the cabling skills. No, Fanny is not. Oh, wait. Way of the Dragon kick land. Will Zintrix survive? Look here, Kalos is still in position, ready to make the moves. He is the kind of Fanny that I'm liking. I mean, I am going to be the person who's going to be disappointed in them the most, but at the same time, who's going to be so proud of them because the way he plays his Fanny, he used the basic attack. He doesn't rely on the cable skills. He doesn't rely on the cable. If you rely on a Fanny, just your cable, it means that you are still an average Fanny user. But when you start using your basic attack to secure kills, that's when we know that you are a good Fanny player. So let's see here. It's 5-2. Turtle's going to spawn within 2 seconds.
Looking like the lion hiding in the bush, waiting for the perfect attack. The Kai, if it was not the Kai there for the follow-up, look at that Gushin flying in the air at this moment with that daggers. And this time, we're getting a taunt out there onto the Cho. He just goes back with the Shunpo got used here. There is a slash coming out from the Lapu. Lapu, they're zoning out perfectly into the turtle area. They got the Lethal Lantern as well for the zoning. There's the Lantern Flare coming in. Akai not going to survive. Levitator, he forced out that Akai pick once again in the second phase as well. I mean, second game as well. And now he's getting deleted down as well. Chunpo used, Flicker used, Way of Dragon coming in. But inside the turret is getting a lot of damage. Layla comes into the way. But now the Claw is securing the kill onto that Show here. Fanny needs to come here. Fanny needs to grab that kill onto the Claude. He was at an inch of health, but it's more looking like Fanny doesn't want to go onto that stage. He'll just recall back. We'll go for the turtle here. The Lancelot is still aware of the turtle, so you should be resetting it out so that the Fanny will get a chance to grab this turtle again, the second one. Last time we saw the play of the jungler Kalos with that, if I'm not wrong, with that. Okay, okay. Oh my goodness, look at that. That was an insane move from the Gushin. Flickered out, comes back into the safer zone, and now they're going for the turtle here. Last time it was the Ishinshin, if I'm not wrong, and he grabbed up 3 of the turtles there. But this time with the Fanny, he is doing so well till now. But into the late, I feel like the Claude will get a scaling. That will not be a good case. But the Layla so far playing so safe here, not down for a single time. So let's see. Okay, the Petrify though. And there you go. The Gushin managed to take down the Jushin for the third time. For the second time actually, because he got a kill out of Yuzong first. This is an insane Gushin play we're seeing at this moment. Flickering out there, Way of Dragon comes in, Layla finds a kill onto Zy3, and now he'll just survive. I mean, gonna secure that tier 1. 9 Heaven synergy is so good, Malsam.
Synergy is good, but right now they need to still maintain those distance. Like if they are going to dive in deeper, if they keeps on securing kills, if they got those continuous kills, but again, if they let themselves being shut down, that is going to be like outplaying themselves literally. But so far, Gushan is showing us an intense play. Like the way Akai was there. Yes, Akai was there. He's protecting the Yujin, but somehow still managed to secure the kill. And that's how the Gushan was playing. But right now, Layla doesn't feel so safe. And this is going to be a 3v1 or another skirmish coming soon.
Obviously, and there you go. The Fanny got the structure there. Lapu Lapu falls down with the Lancelot going in with the puncture. And now it's more like Team Eye for Eye. They're fighting back at this point. Gushan got the minions wave there. Now we're going to see that maybe a scum is into the bot side, but they got the structure there. I mean, leading onto the structure, you have more chances to channel out the waves, Malsam.
Talking about the waves, the way they are maintaining the waves is going to be really important because there's going to be a Fanny who can literally fly around. Like while we are walking to the bot lane, Fanny would complete clearing the bot lane and she would already be in the team fight. That is how fast the Fanny can be. And oh, Gushan again dives in so deep. There's going to be a fight coming up soon. But right now, both teams decided to go for the disengagement. And that is a well maintenance coming from both the parties. But look at their HP. It is so low. There's no way the team Yuri is going to extend or contest for this turtle. But still, they get B-wise with the Lancelot and even the Retributions already. Let's see. Is this going to be an interesting one here, Levitator? Oh, he got kicked away with the Way of the Dragon. He dived in so deep, but Kalos managed to secure the turtle. Fight extend. Levitator got a double, being the double kill hero. That doesn't look so good. That it is going to be a Layla that just finish him off to get her continuous killing streak, and it is going to be 11-6. Well, maintenance on the side of Team 9 Heavens, but slowly and steady. Team Yuri have to find way back into the game here. When we are, if we are going to talk about the gold lane particularly, there's going to be a Cloud and Layla. Of course, Layla is going to go for the critical item, which is going to deal more damage as compared to the Cloud's Trinity build. So, maybe if this Yuzhong flies around the ley line, then Cloud follow it up. That might be the only possible ways. Oh, Way of the Dragon for connecting with the Flicker. Gonna fight here, but can't extend a little bit farther. Or no, the Cutthroat secures another shutdown blow, but fight keeps on extending as the VY was not in the best position. He got manned up by 3 men literally, and that is going to be an impressive plays coming on the side of 9 Heaven. What was that, Ash? Are you impressed by that play, or are we going to see another interesting play? But nothing yet for now as Penny. Kalos always fight. Oh, Gushan! He's diving in a little bit far, but the guy isn't there to following up. He does go for the side step, but I'm a big liar. Get the advantage using those flares, those flags, and manage to secure a good kill. It is 7-14 for now. If this keeps on happening, I'm not sure. 9 Heaven, rather than disappointing us, is going to give us this surprise moment. Like they're going to impress us.
I'm really sorry for the glitch I'm having right now. I'm back, Malsam. I'm really sorry for it. Thank you for doing my part. And now, I mean, things got heated up at this point. Watch out, guys. Watch out that Fanny. You need to watch it out. The way she is laning down the enemies, the side of Team Y4I at this point, it is insane at this moment. The Lord coming in, the Holy Shield is about to pop up onto the top side there. Just giving a lot of pressure into the lane by taking down all those structures here and now into the bot lane. Look at the minion waves coming in here. BMI got used. There was a taunt. Dushan goes in with the dagger. Finds the kill onto the liar. Killing spree onto the levitator at this moment. Layla strike onto the wave, but now we're going to see a kill onto the Gushin as well. Claude into the Holy Shield. But there you go. Insane amount of aggression being shown by the Fanny. Went on to that cutthroat onto the Claude, but couldn't manage to do so. But onto the bot side, they're going to grab up this structure for the side of Team 9 Heavens here. This is insane. This is remarkable. Dominated the whole game. 9 Heavens in the match point. Literally playing it like a match point.
Exactly here, but I never believed in a 50,000 worth prize pool, a round of 16 in the mid lane, who would shout for a good shot, and right now Kalos not in the best position, but still find ways to cable herself out, and it is a 16-8. And as we already mentioned, never ever did I believe a Gushon to be played in the mid lane in a round of 16, and that is also going to be a 50,000 solid prize pool, ladies and gentlemen. The fight is going to extend a little bit further as the mid lane gold shield is being exploded. Bot lane, same thing happened here. So we're having 2 inhibitor being burst out by the side of Team 9 Heavens. They managed to burst it out. So, Team Yari, how are they going to answer to this? Recall this taunt here. Sim Meows get the flicker. So, with the Bravest Warrior form activated here. Oh, Kalos! What plays are they there? Coming game with the Dragon does kick it and goes on with another impressive burst play. But Hazard, the damage is hazardous. More like cautions. Yeah, it's a caution.
Yep. Obviously, and onto the inhibitor, there will be the kill there. Gushin goes in but falls down onto the dragon charge here. Inhibitor falling down. There is the opening onto the Nemesis. Look at that Layla's damage at this point. It is covering a big area of effect. This is the thing about the Layla. Into the late game, the Layla is a monster. Whatever you can say it, whatever you can tell it, like it is into the dark system, and whenever he got the damage, it is insane. You cannot stop it out there. Cho goes in there, got a hefty amount of damage, falls down as soon as possible. Lapu got the kill onto the Claude, double fought to the Layla there. He's still taking down those minions. There is the 5-man wipeout. 12 seconds for the resurrection. It is the ending. The Layla is charging on, guys. 9 Heavens for the win. Striking onto the base. Locking it down there, and it will be the fountain falling in, and Team 9 Heavens getting the 2-0 clean sweep at MZU Virthli 2026. What a way to grab the win here. V-Wise, Zintrix, Levitator couldn't do anything in this game because it was the game of Carlos and Hazard.
Oh my gosh, I would never believe, even if I told my grandchildren that one of the greatest hypecaster that we have in India is hyping for a Layla and a cushion. GG well play coming from the side of 9 Heaven, and as we already mentioned, the stake was so high for them because if they lost this match, it means that they are going to be the most disappointed team in this entire tournament. But if they win this game, we are going to be so impressed, and rather than disappointing the community, they impress us and show us that they are one of the great team, the contender for this tournament championship. And with that being said, that is match number 1 between 9 Heavens and Team Yari. Sadly, we have to say goodbye to Team Yari, but they need to know that they have reached this stage so far. So, good job, guys. Hope to see you in another tournament, not just MZU Virthli, but more like another upcoming tournament in the Indian scene. And up next, we're going to have Team Zohant going up against Noblesse Oblige. Okay, not Oblige anymore. So this is going to be the most heated up match in this entire round of 16 as one of the 2 oldest teams that we have in India. And on top of that, for those who are not sure about the Noblesse Oblige, their old team name was Fusion Prime, by the way. So I hope everyone is excited. We are excited. So see you guys very soon for the second match.
Who did this? Who? Halt! Stop her! She's the one who took everything!
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us because of her! We were forgotten!
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Then he's my...
Give it time.
I can't stand that doll.
But it's us.
Who did this? Who? Halt! Stop her! She's the one who took everything!
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us because of her! We were forgotten!
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Then he's my...
Give it time.
I can't stand that doll.
But it's us.
Who did this? Who?
Halt! Stop her!
She's the one who took everything.
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us because of her.
We were forgotten!
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Then he's my...
Give it time.
I can't stand that doll.
But it's us.
Who did this? Who?
Halt! Stop her!
She's the one who took everything.
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us because of her.
We were forgotten!
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
can't stand that doll.
But it's us.
Who did this? Who?
Halt! Stop her!
She's the one who took everything.
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us because of her. We were forgotten.
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Then he's my...
Give it time.
I can't stand that doll.
But it's us.
Who did this? Who?
Halt! Stop her!
She's the one who took everything.
Who are you?
Wait!
Sorry, Eamon. Is this yours?
That was my mother's favorite doll.
Mother.
Left us because of her. We were forgotten.
No. It's not her fault. That was Mother's choice.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to MZU Virthli.
I've been
It is
waiting for
brought
too
to you
long.
by none other than Mobile Legends 5v5. So here we are once again on to the Land of Dawn, and here we are on to the best of 3 series. And this will be between one of the well-known Mizoram team, which is Team Zohant, one of the teams who was onto the mythical leaderboard previously, and they are not there right now, but I would say this is one of the most popular Indian teams. So popular as well as fan favorites, and they are going up against Team Nobles Oblique. So a completely new team, at least onto the tournament, but the ones who have
Fight!
actually earned
Fight
their
for
way
the
onto
ultimate
top
answer.
16. So not to be underestimated, this team as well holds up a lot of potential.
I am the power of light
This is going to be the
incarnate.
match. Myself on to the left, I'll be your caster Itami, and joining me will be none other than Debbie. So Debbie, quick thoughts regarding the match. The draft has already begun.
Yeah, I kind of like the fact that Zohant decided to band away the carry and the Kaza altogether, because these two heroes have been one of the top prior picks right now, and it has a very, very good win rate too, and the Kaza has always been a consistent one as well. I think they don't really want to play the carry too, because Prime is
Butterflies born by thy wish, guided by lantern's light.
Instead of noobless obliged, I think they do understand that they don't want to let go, give away the Hilda to Ilu, because that is one of his favorite roam that he usually picks so far right now. So it's a very understandable band. But onto the second one, it's gonna be the Jushin. Of course, Jushin is a no-brainer. You always have to take away. But one thing I'm sure is that Zohant, do they wanna, have a respect?
I am a daughter of Northern Vale. I swear to protect it till my last breath.
Oh, they went out for the Freya instead. But I think, Freya as well as the other bands are completely justified, considering the fact these are one of the most dominant heroes onto this patch. So by far, I would say respect kind of bands as well as the non-meta kind of bands are still not there, at least till on to the second banning phase. So a lot of options are still open. YSS as well as the Sora and the other heroes like the Jushin is already banned. So it leaves out a lot of options, but the thing is Zohant has the first pick advantage for the side. So even if it's a YSS ban, the Sora will be left out, and even if it's a Sora, the YSS is left. And either way,
Now you lead the way to the
could
next
also be
adventure.
open, but the Sora has been banned. So what could be the first pick priority?
Okay, now Blade for Zohant has been consistently playing the Leomord in this tournament in particular, so they can actually pick out the Leomord first. But then again, if you want to pick out the Leomord first, he's so very vulnerable to the other heroes, to the other picks that can come through here. Like onto the side of Notless of Lights, they can actually pick up the Sora again, or even the Foes that they can directly counter on. So to go for the safest bet, right, you might want to actually prio onto the Yuzhong, so that you either deny the Yi Sun as well, and try to lane out the Yi Sun for your
Welcome to my castle, my friend.
here. So okay, interesting enough, they went for the Grog. Oh, too early, I would say. So Valent Khalid can be an option for Noblest of Lights here.
Yeah, Khalid has definitely been a lot of priority onto the roaming position, and he gives out some early game kind of a damage even before he gets the defense itemizations onto him. So early game wise, if you are playing out quite aggressively, then Khalid is able to pick off onto that role really well. But with the Grok, you need to be waiting for the tectonic charge. Only big advantage you
Crowned
have
by
with the Grok
heaven's
is
mandate,
can do the wall
my
flip damage. It will
legacy
be
shall
denying out
endure.
the minions when it comes out reaching onto the individual lanes. So Grok has the advantage onto that, but Nobles will be responding with a Zetian quite early, I would say. But the Fury of the Phoenix has always been a game changer in my opinion, even in making clutch steals onto the neutral objectives like the Lord or the Turtle, or if the opponent jungler is trying to take out some buffs. If the last hit is up to the point, then there is kind of a potential that she might actually just steal it out. But I definitely
This
would
land
say
is our
she
homeland,
is
and
as
it will
much of
soon
a
be your
priority
burial ground.
as Yve or maybe a Kadita. She has been, a priority pick mage, but counter picks can definitely come up. Once the passive is up, she can be quite vulnerable if the opponent
Valor
side
and
have
royalty
the
in.
Let them
backline
play
kind
the
of working hero,
hero.
and there you go.
I will
You
be the
already have
truth
solo.
this world
Kingblade
desperately
has
needs.
prioritized the Leo mode quite much onto this tournament, and he will be going out for his comfort, followed by the Black Dragon.
To be honest, I do not understand the ban that the picks that Noblesse Oblige has been going for here, because the Lapu Lapu, I feel it's a bit too early. There's a lot of ways to try to pick up to keep out the XP under the later part, so that when you learn what Zohant is gonna be picking into the jungle, like Leomar has already mentioned, they could try to pick up onto the Phobos to try to counter it, because it looked like they were already setting up for the Leomar, because they were picking away the Grok here. Because playing the Leomar against the Grok is a very it's kind of
Muscle of iron,
really
bones of
the
steel.
Crank, I think it's definitely gonna be one of his favorite choice of a tank that he will be able to pick up the Gatot. But in this scenario, I don't understand. The Gatot might eventually not be able to work. But honestly speaking, I did not hate the Zetian, but I would prefer if they, delay a little bit, try to prioritize onto the other lanes or even the jungle, so that they will be able to pick up the heroes that can directly counter here. Because now if we look at it, Zohant has a better draft into the early 3 places that they already picked away. So not list of lights, what are they gonna be banning here?
Yeah, absolutely, and they can target ban out the mid laner or maybe the goal laner, because these are the two positions that are
Experience
still
the euphony of suffering.
are yet to. Okay, that is something we don't often see onto the ban section. That is going to be the Granger, but we are quite familiar with the fact that that is one of the comfort heroes for Prime. But onto this patch, gold lane wise, I think Moskov is also really doing well, and Prime is also known out for his Moskov plays, especially connecting out onto the Spear of Destruction and joining the team fight when it matters the most. So Zohant still will be going on onto the second banning phase. It's going to be the jungler most probably, or maybe just the goal laner as well. So goal lane positions are still open for either of the sides. There is,
The Immortal One
really
chose
less
me to
probability
vanquish the
that there will
shadows
be
that
a fighter
plague
goal
this
lane onto
world.
this patch, at least because of the marksman emblem adjustment as well as the fighter emblem nerf. So the Suyu has been banned out, completely justified considering the fact he was buffed, and he has been quite of a priority if you are going up against a Leo mode.
Yeah, exactly. It was a no-brainer actually. I think they might eventually go out and ban away the Guinevere or even the Fredrin if they wanted to go for. But I think the Fredrin can be handled
The southern seas are my domain.
They banned away the Kadita here. But I don't think Zohant will play the Kadita, because honestly speaking, if you are playing for Eliomar, you might eventually want to have a good mid laner that will be able to clear out easily, either the Farsa or even go for the Valentina again, because knowing Zohant, they might want to have a hold on to the mid lane here. But for Noblesse Oblige, they already have a good winning mid side because of the clearance that they have with the Z10 together with the Gatot. So Zohant, they can remove away the Guinevere here too. If they want to handle out the Guinevere, they can actually handle it together with the Grog. So for Noblesse, they needed that magic damage. Even if they bend away the Harley, it will be very good here, because Noblesse, it's so good for them to pick up the Harley because he'll not be getting caught here.
Yeah, and if you have the Gatut taunt onto your
I'm
side,
born
so
with
if it was
talent.
Zohant who had the Gatut Kacha, then there was kind of a probability that he would get taunted and he would have been taken out. But there is no proper pick off for the Harley. But the thing at the end is going to be their compatibility as well as their team fight composition. If they are not comfortable with the Harley pick, then they might not just go for it when it comes out onto the 5-man composition.
Time to drop the beat of the
onto the
flash.
ranks, Harley has been quite of a priority, but instead of the Harley, there is slight of a change, let's say, because the magic damage dealer will definitely be the jungler, but instead it is going to be the Joy.
I don't like
Magic is my life.
but I think I have a feeling that Zohant can go directly for the Harriet, and there we go. It's gonna be the Harriet against the Joy. Harriet is the top priority you wanna pick up. And for looking at the setup so far, they have all physical here, right? They have the Grog, the Leo Morton, the Yuzhong already all physicals, and all they needed to have was a Magic Gold Lane and of course the mage here. And now it's gonna be decided whatever mates they are going for here for Zohant. I think it is good. Even
I didn't
Warrior
cure the
would
pain.
work, but you
I
want to
harnessed
have
it.
something that can survive the assassins, and there we go. It's gonna be the Valentina, and I think it's kind of predictable, man, because they have been spamming this lineup for a long time. I feel like Notless of Lights could have read this out quite well. Now I don't see the potential of the Zoe anymore, because before that it could have been working better because the Z-turn magic damage wasn't enough. So now it's gonna be the decider. What are you gonna put against the Harris? They have the Claude and the Moskov.
Yeah, the Claude is still open, and this time there is no Leslie against the Claude. And if you had
No
a Claude,
way.
you would actually hate going up against a Leslie. Yesterday, in one of the matches, it was the third game decider, and they decided to counter pick with okay, interesting enough. Is that an aim and goal lane? Yep, it should be.
Into the gold lane. This is to a total of 4 magic damage dealers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I think I would rather take a Claude or even a Moskov over this, because like it's gonna be so easy for itemization for the Grok and the Yuzhong right now, and I don't know, the way they are trying to go for the direct burst, you cannot really direct burst the Valentina or even the Harris when you have or when you are open to targeting. Oh man, Notless of Lights, they have to play this very well, because Zohant is a clean, crisp lineup that they have so far, but for Notless, they're a little bit more onto the tricky side. They eventually have to let go of that first hurdle.
Yeah, that's the thing. And with the aim on, he will be requiring the level to actually, come up with his full combination. But the Harith is completely a different thing. He can just use the Chrono Dash, as well as he can just use it as one in order to dish out the damage. As well as Harith will be having the range advantage when it comes out going up against that Amon. But here we are onto the Land of Thorn. This is going to be the first game onto this best of 3. It is going to be Zohant going up against Team Nobles of League, and myself onto the custom desk will be Itami, and joining me will be Debbie as an analyst. So Dusty is onto the EXP. There is the role change, but Dusty is quite comfortable with the fighters, even onto the jungle and even onto the EXP. But for now, it's just the rotations. The passive of the Zetian already being popped out. Ilu is forced to go back, and level 4 mark will be the one thing they will be trying to wait out for.
4 is definitely going to be the decider of who's going to be able to take out a good start, especially onto those objective fights here. A good wall coming through from Ilu as well, but there's gonna be Krang, right? He is on his favorite room, that is a guard dot. So he's definitely gonna be able to rotate faster and able to have that movement where he will be able to rotate out to whatever destination he wanted to go for here. And you know what? When you play against a Yuzhong, your priority should be the Yuzhong's lane, and both of the roamers knows that, because Zohant is also, Ilu is also trying to give out the reason here, but Mizoram Moana, that is a very aggressive, early aggressive coming through, and he doesn't have the flicker. No flicker for the first turtle.
The mage losing out of flicker, and to be fair, that is a Valentina. So engagement wise, if she had the flicker, then she could have just copied out the AOG just to go in, but Prime is low. He will be able to get the kill. It was a Mocha, right, with the electrifying beads, able to get the kill, and the turtle will be spawning onto the next few seconds. But Noblies are having quite of a lead, and that was onto the goal laner.
I think, for a while I would say Prime wouldn't have predicted the Amota to rotate onto the top lane side that early, because like I already mentioned, it's a Yuzhong you want to focus a bit on, so he must have thought that maybe they want to focus onto the bottom lane here first, because the turtle is already going to be up there right now. But this time around, Zohant will try to find something here.
No, there's the Bear Fighter, but the Petrify will be connecting BM. He just gets taken down without doing any much more, and that will be the turtle directly going out from the side of Team Zohant to contest it out. Looks like Amocha will be driving with the electrifying beats. Black Dragon form comes up, and that will be the electrifying beats coming up, and it will be Amocha able to land the last hit. He gets the neutral objective. AOG has been used out defensively just to go back, and it is Team Nobles who won the trade with the turtle.
Definitely uncalled for. I would say I was about to say that for NBM it was unnecessary for him to break out onto the previous fighter when it was a bit unnecessary. But they were going to be losing out for that. But they did get onto the turtle with the perfect retribution coming from Amucha here. But he's just trying to give out a little bit of an aura right there. So Blade has to pop onto the Phantom Steed. So he will not be losing onto the blue buff right here. I think this is going to be a game of mentality. One lose onto the retribution will be doing a lot of mental problem for the team, especially when it's Blade we're talking about.
Absolutely, and the thing is, if you are losing out onto the neutrals, then it will be affecting your mindset onto not just onto the jungler, but onto the entire team. There's the taunt onto he is all alone.
Wow.
List shards connecting onto him. He just goes down. There is the Haddock coming up with the ultimate electrifying beats comes up. Prime just forced to go back, but he won't be able to do so. He gets taken down onto the process. 2 for none. For the side of Team Nobles, once again wins out onto the early game trades. There is the Phantom Secret coming up. Passive is not there with the Zetian. The Wetmon will be going down. Taunt is coming out from the Garutkaja, but Amocha has the electrifying beats this time just to go in and take the kill. They are able to find the trade, but still Nobles are the ones having the better trades for now.
Still, they're going to be having the better trade here because they are one level, 1k top lane.
Oh my god. Illu just gets the kill.
They just wanted to trade out the deaths of Prime because he's 2-0 down and you don't want to see that on the Harriets, right? But he will be able to farm out quite well. Crank onto the other side might be caught into a very awkward position. Look at the wall though.
Crank has the AOG just to go in. He is getting quite poked down. There is the Bravest Fighter from NBM. He tries to go in, but there's the AOG. The one able to last hit this time, gets the perfect retribution, but he might not just be able to escape out this one. Just for the turtle, he loses out his life, and they are still trying to dive in. There is the wall coming out from the rock. Crank just goes in, and he will be taken down onto the process. Blade gets the turtle, but still it is a 1-for-1. But the thing for the side of Team Zohant is it's the jungler who they just lose it out.
It's definitely gonna be better for the hands of no less Light here because this is a joy. Charge though.
Uses the tech charge as well as the ice retribution. Fury of the Phoenix comes up defensively just to go back, and just like that, Amocha is able to escape. Still no shutdowns onto him, and looks like he will be directly going for the purple. Off cam, Dusty Mizo gets a solo kill onto MBM. That was a 1v1 play, and Dusty is the one who will be shining onto the fight. And looks like 1v1 trades wide, Yuzhong definitely has the advantage, but just the thing is, when it comes out onto the turtle contention, Dusty can do quite better. There is the endless shards once again. The Flicker also gets baited down. Just for the combination, the HP was already low. You would have been taken down. Flicker will be having a lot of cooldown compared to your death timer. So, actually not a wise decision.
Wydel Mona has the neck of going into that boost here because, yeah, it's a Valentina, understandable. You just have the 2 types of dashes that you wanted to go for here, but no one around the vicinity. You cannot really go ahead in and face check the business. It's gonna be better if they try to rotate out onto the side lanes here, give out a lot of pressure onto the Yuzong's lane, and then give a way for Prime's lanes to get farmed on, because no matter what the situation is gonna be, they are already losing out to the top lane side here, so they don't have any reason to keep the Harriets there already. So all they need to do was save out onto this bottom lane turret and put their late gamer there. That's what they're gonna have to look for here. But turtle contests might be coming too here.
Yeah, and it's like Nobles will be the one trying to contest it out first, but Blade is still not onto a position, or maybe he will be using the Phantom Steed. It will be the tech charge connecting onto 3 people. There is no proper follow-up from the side of Team Zohant. Stun comes up. Fury of the Phoenix is also there, and there is the Bravest Fighter even to take down Illu, and onto the back line. It will be It will be Tish as well going down, but the turtle contention is yet to be done. Amocha gets the last hit. It won't be Blade, but Blade gets the kill onto Crank. Prime tries to go all in, but it won't be enough killing spree for Amocha. He gets the double. 3 for 1, 3 for 2 actually for the side of Team Nobly. Is able to get the turtle as well. Perfect retribution coming up from Amocha when it comes out onto the objective. This joy is definitely shining. Bravest fighter once again comes up. There's the flicker combination onto the Valentina. NBM is able to get the kill. He will be losing his life, but the mid laner is down, so definitely worth it.
I guess the Zoe wasn't supposed to work, man, in this department, but they are making it work. W Amocha right there. That's a good movement that he's been doing right now with the mobility that he have so far, and a lot of damage already without the Holy Crystal, by the way, and that is a penetration, and I think Divine Glaive really doing well for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing with the Amon as well, he has the highest gold. So even after he had it, I think it is because of the composition that Team Zohant are not able to actually keep up with the gold. The wall comes up onto Crank. He's all alone. Tech charge, everything almost getting used just to take the Roamer down. But it will be quite it because they are able to save up the tier 2. But the thing is, for how long? Because the lead is still extending for the side of Team Noblies. Zohant needs to do better when it comes out getting on to the trades.
One thing I would like Zohant to do is actually go for the brawl, but wait for the dragon. Oh my god.
Dusty, man,
There you go.
gets the unstoppable as well as the petrified play onto the goal laner. Like we've already saying, Eamon was the one who had the highest lead, but he gets taken down. AOG comes up from Crank. There is the Fury of the Phoenix as well as the taunt, but it will only connect onto Illu. But off cam, Amocha gets the unstoppable.
I mean, it could be counted as a solo kill, but the Fury of Phoenix was actually there to help him a little bit. But hey, that was a good kill, so the joy, man. Amocha doing a really great job here. If Blade was able to stay alive onto that top lane, I think it would have been a very, very good look of this here. But look at Dusty though, no Petrify.
He is yet to get the shut down. There's the taunt onto Dusty. He is trying to go in once again with the Black Dragon form, but this time it will be the shutdown onto him. And there's the Revitalized play coming up. Stun onto Prime. He gets taken down. 1 by 1, it is going to be a triple for that Amon. Triss gets a triple, and it will be a Maniac. Might as well be a Savage. But Blade will not actually just overcome it, but Tish might just go in for Blade at this point. But look at the lead already onto their hands. It will be an uncontested Lord for the side of Team Nobly. Zohant, even if they are trying, even if Dusty is trying to make up the engagements, the final call-up is not working, and they are just losing out members.
I have a feeling that contest onto the Lord was more of them trying to chase them away from the Lord rather than trying to contest onto it. It could have been enough because the Petrify wasn't available for Dusty there, so it could have been better if they backed away when they popped the dragon so that they would be stopping Nautilus of Lights to go for those defenses. But oh my god, Blade?
Blade! Oh, he was trying to clear out the lanes. That is a fit Amon, and he just gets the job done. The Lord will be marching from the top side, and looks like they will try to sink those lanes as much as possible. But the thing is, Team Zohant, this defense is definitely going to be tough. Crank still has his AOG, can use it out. There is Amocha going in with electrifying beats. But there's the Fury of the Phoenix trying to stop him. Dusty Mizo is all alone, uses the Black Dragon form in order to escape. Once again, the Fury of the Phoenix will be coming up, and that is the original one. Finally getting a shutdown onto Amocha, but he is low onto the HP. Tess gets the shutdown as well. Dusty Mizo falls. Crank gets the kill. It is a 2 for 2 for either of the sides, but good trade for the side of Team Zohant because it was the goal laner as well as the jungler just falling down. Prime is still alive, and this time they will be able to defend it out, but they will be losing the top as well as the mid's holy shields.
There's already 3 items into the hands of Tiss, and he got the 4th one, that is going to be the Winter Truncheon. He's going to be able to survive all the onslaught that's coming through from especially the Stevie Zone there. But one thing I will have been noticing with the pattern coming through from Zohant is that they are trying to play the long lanes. You cannot play the long lanes with a Leomord, bro. We can't do that. You have to play together. You have to stay together in one position and try to clear out together in one place, being a family, But I think Nautilus of Lights has known the fact that Leomord, Blade in particular, has always been very weird in his positioning. He's always been trying to play alone, and you can't do that because they are a bursty kind of composition. And they are very well off onto the pickoff because of the amount that they have so far right now. But good spot from Elu there. He was able to give out a vision, and Crank will be spotted out as well. But this time around, for Noblest of Lights, they will be able to play out the long lane because of the M1 and the Joy together, and then they can play 1-3-1 in that department. But for Zohant, they always have to stay together as 5 because even if one is let go, they're not gonna be winning it out to this 1v1 situation. Best case scenario, if Leomar is able to find a good pickoff, that is the only way they will be able to find something. But other than that, I don't know, man. The Lord might eventually has to be given away again.
Yeah, that's the thing. And when it comes out onto the contention, it is still, even if Zohant are not trying to contest it out, they are trying to make them retreat, but it's not working when it comes out onto the extended team fights. It is still Noblies who are having the bit retreats. So I guess if this time, some way, some around, Blade is able to get the Lord, if he is able to make the clutch steal and Zohant is able to make the escape without even losing out the members, could be the one opening chance for their side. And for Noblies, the lead is still extending, but they just have to make sure they are not throwing it out of the next upcoming team fights. Crank is trying his best in order to get as much visions as possible, but the Lord has already been spawned. This is going to be the second Lord, and this is going to be having a lot more HP compared to before. There's the Fury of Phoenix once again. In order to just get out the visions, she will be using it out, but Batman doesn't have the ultimate. Valentina still does, so they might be trying out for the next engagement. Crank, he just goes in, uses the taunt, but still no complete commitment coming out from either of the sides. Oh, but this time Mocha might just go in with the electrifying beats. There is the AOG connecting on, but Amocha will be taken down for the overextension, and that might actually be the open for the side of Team Zohant. But Tish onto the backline, dives in with the aim on. Tish goes down. There is Dusty Mizo with the two-man petrify. He just dives in onto Whitmon, able to get the kill, and he is making sure they will be retreating it out. Gatokacha still has the immortality for his side. Even if it was popped down, he would have been able to survive that one. In-game, as well as Crank will be forced to go back, and it will be Team Zohant able to get one neutral objective, but this is actually really crucial.
They can lose even 5 or, the early turtles and whatnot, but they are able to turn the attack around because of the presence, because of the way that Emota was trying to enter into the backlines. He was able to enter there too, because I don't know if the girl did not have the tectonic charge or not, but it wasn't used onto Amosa. He's the best member. You might wanna get the ult on Elu. Onto the other side though, we might eventually see a 1v1.
There's the 1v1, but Amocha just goes back. He just knows that if he tries to overextend this time, then he might as well just get taken down. The Lord has already been spawned. It is marching from the mid side, trying to clear the lanes as much as possible, but Dusty Mizo still has a Black Dragon form in order to actually just go in, and he can use it for the engagement. But there's a Terrified coming up. Complete gank onto Amocha. He won't be able to survive that one. Valentina does the job, and they are able to get at least few towers for their side. But okay, the Holy Shield will be up from the mid as well.
Okay, that's gonna be Dusty trying to draw them away into the mid turret so far right now, but he's trying to go in onto Vigil Moana. Look at that!
Oh, there's the shards, and the shards coming up. There's a Petrify play from Dusty Mizo onto Tish, and Prime is able to do the job this time. That was the overextension, and this time the tables have completely turned out, favoring for the side of Team Zohant. It's only the inhibitors remaining for the side of Team Noblies, and just onto the span of 4 minutes, the game has completely turned out onto the favor of for the side of Team Zohant. Previous fighter comes up from NBM, trying to clear out those lanes, trying to buy some time for the side of his team. But the question is for how long, because the next lot will be spawning onto the next 70 seconds. If Zohant are able to make the minions go out directly onto the inhibitors, so Noblies will be just forced to, clear out the minions instead of engaging for the Lord.
They think about it, Zohant, it will be safer for them if they don't touch the side lanes here and stop Tish from going and kiting from the back lines like they did onto the bottom lane here, because he already got the full build, right? Almost a full build. I might presume he might eventually go for the Holy Crystal onto the last build so far because he prioritized onto that Winter Truncheon there. So they have to wait just a little bit for that. But onto the other side though, Prime, he is on an Athena seal. That is a mad respect for the Magic Downlight Stealers that's coming through into the hands of Nucleus of Lights here. And I think that mainly has to do with the Joy, or even for the M1 here. Tis again in a perfect position where he can try to go for a bit of a flank. Wetmon already picking up onto that Holy Crystal as well. That is gonna be a very, very rich mate, a very rich J10 we're talking about here. For three Holy Crystals onto the hands of Nautilus of Lights here. So it will be easier for Zohant to build here because oh my goodness.
Watch out! Thing you would actually avoid. The Lord just spawned and you just lose out your jungler. This time Zohant will not waste any more time. They will directly go out for the Lord. Tish is waiting onto the bush for Blade. And they have not spotted the Amon yet. There is the Zaman Force coming up from the Harith. Chronodasis comes up, but still not enough to actually take him down. But the thing is, Crank might just go in with the OG. Oh, Valentina. It is Zial Moana able to get the kill. This is really crucial, and this is really important. Once again, it could be the uncontested Lord for the side of Team Zohant, and the defense is going to be a lot tougher. This is the evolved one. It is going to have more than 50,000 HP. My oh my, what a comeback from this side.
I don't understand how Valentina is able to burst out onto an Amon who have a Winter Truncheon. I'm pretty sure he must have copied his ultimate as the shots will be definitely enough to burn him down. Full build already from Mr. Vizta Moana, so he will be able to go into the backlines and try to get out a bit of a damage because I haven't been seeing him doing much for the team this game, but he has been the shadow carry. He has been able to find out those Fury of the Phoenix into the perfect timing, but then again, Amota trying to go top.
Yeah, once again, Amocha uses the electrifying beats just to clear it out, but he will be able to buy some time for the side of his team. Valentina down. Okay, finally gets the trade, and looks like the Lord will be, marching from the mid, but still, they might just be able to pull up the defense or at least get one inhibitor towers for their side, and it will be the one onto the mid, just falling down onto the bot. The minions are yet to arrive. Dusty Mizo quite low onto the HP. Amocha uses the electrifying beats, and Dusty might just chase the Joy down. He just directly goes in, has the HP, but it won't actually still not be enough, but he is trying to buy as much time as possible. There was the retribution, but how did Dusty just survive it out, and how he was able to sustain it out? There's the shards coming up from the Amon. Zaman Force comes up from Prime. He is trying to do a 2v4 kind of a play onto there, and they are able to buy some time for the side of their team. 2 inhibitors, actually really good. Need to make sure they are not falling down from this. Amocha is really low onto the SP once again. The Fury of the Phoenix comes up, and Prime is trying to go all in. He is able to get the kill. It is actually Blade who gets the kill, and the damage has definitely been done. Crank all alone. He loses the immortality. He might just be forced to go back, but the damage is going to be enough. 3 for none. Once again, Prime is able to sustain it out. Tish is all alone. One member is all alive for the side of Team Nobles. What a comeback coming up from the side of Team Zohant. It will be NBM trying to pull up a desperate defense, but it won't be enough. Zohant takes the game number 1.
W, man, that's a definite good siege coming through from Tiz most of the time, but then again, what a good job well done by Zohant, man. There was an amazing performance coming through over their side here, the way they were trying to go for the disengage.
Absolutely, and the thing, like, for the side of Team Zohant, even early game didn't went out like they were expecting it. They definitely pulled off when the game extended out onto the late game, and the discipline as well as the experience is definitely showing up onto the series. Even if the lineup as well as the roles have been adjusted here and there, Zohant are able to make up with the comeback, and they are able to get the match point for the side. So one more victory will seal the deal. But for the side of Team Nobles, I think like the draft was balanced, and they decided to go out with comfort pick. But the thing was, like, they had 4 magic damage for damage dealers for their side, right? So most of them, like when it exceeded out of the late game, they did make sure they will be able to get the magic defenses, and once they did, the results were definitely showing up. The Aemon started hurting less compared to what he did onto the early as well as onto the mid game phase. Same with Amocha. So if you are going out with a draft which is completely reliant on the early and the mid, make sure you are able to end it out as soon as possible, because there is always a chance that the opponent team might be coming up with a comeback like this. So Zohant takes the game 1. Will there be a respond onto the game number 2 is going to be the main question.
That's why we're waiting for here, man. I think not less obliged actually overcooked with the old magic draft. They
Fight!
were grounded
Fight for the ultimate
now
answer!
Let's see how they will be able to handle it. Hilda is going to be what they use. They will be banning again. Zohan, though, I think they will stick with the ban onto the Jushin, because that is a red side ban. Always going to have to be banned away. But one thing's for sure is that Noblesse Obliged has already confused us and even impressed us with the game style that they have so far. Emon onto the gold lane and Amota with the amazing performance. I think be surviving into that bottom lane side where he was going for a different 1v1 or a 2v1 that was happening for him. He was able to come out onto that too. So Zohan, though, they
I've
need
been
to
waiting
have
for too
a bit
long.
of a respect onto the assassins that they could actually go for, but carry again will be banned away. I think Prime does not want to play this hero in particular because they has been completely consistent on banning this hero away.
Yeah, that could be the case, and they are just denying out the cat if they went out for a beefy kind of a composition. Even if there is Blade who comes up,
I didn't cure the
he can
pain.
use out the assassin,
I
right?
harness
So he
it.
can be pulling it out as well. Before it was Dusty Mizo onto the jungle actually, and the one of the things that actually standed out for him was, even if he come out with a utility jungler, his retributions were actually up to the
Butterfly is born by
for
thy wish,
Blade, even if
guided
it is not,
by
it was not
lantern's light.
100%, I would say it actually came up onto life when it mattered the most. So Amocha still had the better contention when it came out onto that turtle contest as well as onto the Lord contest, but Blade as well was doing his job. But the main guy was Dusty Mizo, of course, with the Yuzhong. So onto this game, target bans could definitely be the thing, but the Valentina has been banned out. Fury of the Phoenix won't get copied out anymore. But the thing for the side of Team Nobles is, will they go out with a Zetian once again, or will they pick out another priority mage, maybe a burst mage like a Kadita? The Zushin is always going to be a priority ban, and I'm not seeing a Freya or ban CV.
Valor and
If she
royalty
is
in a
open,
dead body.
definitely just go for a Leomord as banned as well. 2 heroes, which was for the side of Team Zohant before, has been banned.
Well, that they have to ban away the Leomord, they are kind of respecting it a little bit, and I understand that because this is the power of the best of 3 series that we usually have. But for Zohan, with the ban onto the Valentina for Noblesse Obliged, it's gonna have to be a Sora they wanted to set up for. But then again, the Freya is also out there in the open. They can actually completely ignore those 2 heroes.
I am a daughter of Northern Vale. I swear to protect it till my last breath.
Ban onto the Freya, so Noblesse, this should be a Sora, no? Because they can play the Sora here, because the Sora does win in lane against the Yuzhong or even the Lapu Lapu into the early stages, especially into that level 4, even against the Ellie. So that is a hero that you usually want to go and prioritize on. So do they want to go for it, or is it gonna be still a go prio?
Yeah, Sora is open this time, and they can be going out for. First big priority was the Grok before for the side of Team Zohant. Illu was the one who put it out, and this time the Grok is still open, but I think Nobles will not be prioritizing going out for something else. And it could be, there is less chance that it's jungler priority. Instead, it could be the Kulina or maybe the mid or the EXP. I would say Zora will be a safer option, at least for now, because he can just go all in, and there is no Valentina for the side, for either of the side. She is already onto the ban section, and Valentina works out as a counter pick even onto the EXP lane. when we are going
Welcome
up
to
ahead.
my castle, my friend.
Okay, they went out with a grog, so it was Zohant before. They don't want to, they don't
Sand
want
rises when I
have
give the word.
about the grog for his side, but Habibi will be the response. Khalid gets locked out.
Directly, yeah, that is gonna be the...
Now you lead the way to the next adventure.
They can go Sora too? Okay, there we go, Sora. That is why I was kind of shocked that they went for the Grok instead of the Sora, because the Khalid can always come, right? They can give the Grok...
My kiss grants you immortality or death.
And now they pick up the Elise again.
Come and join me in my dream world.
Sora, because you are easily gonna be losing into the lane if they know what they're doing, of course. But look at that, they are gonna be picking on to the no CC but full damage onto the mid side here. This is definitely gonna be giving them a bit of a flex now, because still the Yushin is available for the side of Zohant, but with Blade I think it is it's safe to say that he can actually play the Yushin, but then again
The southern seas are my domain.
Wow, look at that. It's gonna be the Kadita that they wanted to go for. I did not expect Zohant to pick out this Kadita right now, but I don't know. It could be a very, very good option if they wanna go against heroes that can come again, especially a Moja's hero pool. Like, he loves the assassin. So Zohant,
Time to drop the beat of the flash.
Here, something of a physical side, right? Oh wow, they banned away the joy instead.
Yeah, they went out for the joy, and they don't